And that's been kind of a consistent theme here, Pish. How we feeling? How are you feeling about this loss? I mean, not good, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm disgusted for another game. And it's last year's games were like this. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I understood where we were in the growth.
The
which
very
has been
beginning.
a theme that is kind of I've been using this season. And all that growth that we saw at the beginning of the season is dead, it seems. And I don't understand, because guys have been coming back that should improve our game or roster. And instead, I feel like the lack of effort is just not there. And they're no longer fun to watch.
The lack of effort.
If we weren't doing this program, I would be taking a break from the Orlando Magic until they decide they're going to play hard. Because right now I only see a couple of guys do it per game, or maybe a play or two here and there. And I'm tired of it. I don't like it. It's lack of effort. We talk about how this team has one of the best young cores in the NBA. It seems like it's kind of universally agreed upon. Why aren't they producing anything? At some point, the finger has to be pointed, and I'm ready. Coach Mosley, get your shit together. Something's wrong. I don't see players developing. I see regression, and I'm upset.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair at this point to now start holding Coach Mosley accountable to this squad. I mean, looking at the trends, like you said, Pish, we're seeming to go backwards. I looked at, as we were down at one point 33 in this game, we got to having a conversation. I was saying, man, this is such a common feeling lately, it feels like. So I was scratching my beard, and I said, I wonder what have been our deficits recently in these games? Mm-hmm. So we went back and checked, and out of our last 8 games, 5 out of the last 8, we've been down by at least 20 at one point. Mm-hmm. 4 of those, we've been down by 25. So the majority of these games, over half of them, we're getting blown out at some point. And yes, the NBA is a game of runs, but not 20-plus point runs. It's a game of a few.
Let's go to the truck.
Yeah.
It appears that it's something.
Yes. Yes.
It appears it's something. So your hard work is paid off here.
Oh, my God. That feels good.
It's early in the season, it was so enjoyable to watch games because guys were hustling, and we were in games. We were losing games, but we're in them. We had an opportunity to win. We're within 10 points in the fourth quarter. Like, it's a conversation. It's a possibility.
That's all we asked for.
In the last series of games, it's like last year worse. And what makes it worse for me is that the injury excuse isn't there anymore. Mm-hmm. Because, Wendell's not there, but we don't expect J.I., so I'm not including him. But other than Wendell, this is virtually a full squad. And Chuma's out, but he hadn't been playing well anyway, so do we miss him? I don't.
On the defensive side.
Well, you can be defensive about him as much as you want, but the point is, I don't miss him that much. No, he's very good on defense. And that's to be honest, what did I say to you at one point when I'm watching the game? So my favorite things about watching basketball is I love seeing good team play.
You said rebounding.
Yep. Defense. Mm-hmm. And guys giving a shit.
Yes.
None of that's happening.
Yeah. Unless your name is Kevon Harris.
Right.
And
exactly.
That's probably pretty much
at this point, he's team MVP to me.
Yeah.
Because he's the only guy that goes out, and I guess he's playing to continue to keep his spot on the roster, so I get it. Yeah. At least he's goddamn hustling every night and getting rebounds as one of the littler men on the court. Yeah. I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted.
Your disgust is legitimate, Pish. I mean, yes, we've had a lot of injuries, guys in and out of the lineups throughout the year, but hearing in the pregame today, Toronto's had 13 different lineups in this, about 20 games.
Right.
So they've been going through in flux.
Sure.
When you look at the talent up and down their roster, you're not blown away. I mean, yeah, Pascal Siakam has been an all-star. I think Fred VanVleet maybe snuck in 1 year.
Yep.
But those guys are fringe all-stars. We're thinking and hoping that Paolo can compete with that. There's no reason that Cole can't be defending and guarding and playing with Fred VanVleet. We've got Markelle back, Franz. I mean, our whole starting five
and a back
needs to be
tonight,
taken out to the back shed because they did not perform. They're all like minus in the 20s and 18s. It was bad. Yeah. And Pish, I know you hated watching this game because the rebounding continued to be an issue. As you said, we lost the battle of the boards badly, 43-29, and even worse, we got destroyed in the paint, which these are supposed to be our two strengths, right? At the beginning of the year, points in the paint, rebounding, those were our strength. We were destroyed in the paint tonight, 70-46.
That's disgusting. And that's unfortunately a word that I'm using way too much in the show.
Yeah, so that's the third term.
It is bothering me. Like that when our offense was flowing well, we had guys getting to the basket and the rim, and now we're settling for shots, and we don't shoot the ball well.
No.
Here's another thing about when you don't shoot the ball well, and I know because I don't shoot the ball well. But I follow my shot, and I go get a rebound, and then I get a putback.
Got the dog in you.
If you know you're not shooting that great, you've got to send extra guys to the boards, and they're not doing that either. It's like
in the last 10, Pish, in the last 10 games, we are dead last in rebounding per game.
There's no need for that. With a team with this much length and wingspan, and all this talk of this. I mean, I know Wendell's out, and he's a big rebounder, of course, for sure. But there's no reason that those other guys can't go grab some goddamn boards. It's part of the game.
And if Wendell going out is going to be this much a drop off the cliff,
right?
Then come on, Weltman, let's get a guy. Let's get someone with a big body who can get a rebound. I'm missing Rolo right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the big,
as always, but
a sedentary man in the paint. That's all I need right now.
One of the other things that we talked about when we were watching the game is in my lifetime, which is the entire lifetime of the Orlando Magic, by the way.
Yep.
I've not seen us develop a lot of young players. We either get like Penny Hardaway or Shaquille O'Neal, who are real good, or Dwight Howard. Dwight got a little bit better when he was with us. Those were elite players.
He emerged.
We haven't had any of those guys that's like a second round steal or a guy from the G League that came up and became something. We're not developing players that become stars. Like, we never have been good at like making guys better than they are. Some teams are great at that. That Raptors lineup is not nice. There is maybe one dude, Pascal, on that team that I would want on my team, and it's Pascal. Maybe Fred as like a backup. But like overall, I don't really want any of those dudes on my team, but they play well together. They're led by a leader, and they're obviously doing some things right.
And to your point, again, holding up the mirror, I think Toronto is a good mirror because they're playing this positionless basketball. It seems that we're trying to have a similar type of lineup and style of play. The development point you're making, Pascal Siakam, 27th pick in the draft.
Sure.
OG Anunoby. Yep. I don't even know when he was drafted, but no one knew.
Right, because no one knew about him until his 4th or 5th year in the league.
He was a 23rd.
Got better.
23rd pick. Fred VanVleet. He was undrafted, right? So or something.
Second round.
Yeah. So this is what we're talking about. We seem to be having a regression, and I want to get back to the part about holding Coach Mosley accountable because, again, some more statistics for us that are just really backing up how disgusted you are, Pish. Our point differential in the last 2 weeks is dead last.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You got to have I don't know if the way that the game works is you got to score more and then give up less. And we're doing the flip. We're doing the inverse of that.
Right.
Yeah. So
way too many games where the other team has like 60-something by halftime, by the way.
Yeah.
Last year, even when we were pretty bad, at least our defense was playing well enough to like not get this level of embarrassed by halftime.
Our defense is ranked 27th right now. Our offense is dead last.
What?
Our point differential is dead last.
Yeah.
This is changed? Jonathan brought up this point on their last episode of the Sixth Man, talking about holding Coach Mosley accountable, which I think is fair to do now. I believe in Coach Mosley and his leadership skills, but it's fine to question his ability to be a basketball coach. Sure. Being a leader is one thing, and being a basketball coach is a second thing.
Yep.
And when we hold people accountable, let's hold them accountable to what they said. As Jonathan said, pace, space, and the pass, right? That's what Coach Mosley said he was going to be doing. Pace, we're at the bottom third of the league in that. Space, well, we can't really shoot, so I don't really know how to measure space. That was when I was confused with. And the pass, we're last in assists.
Seems like we need an astronomer for that one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not NASA. All right, I'm not doing that math right now. But that where Jamal clearly isn't running the team that he said he was going to. He was a defensive-minded guy coming in here, a player development guy.
Last year, I felt like I was seeing those things.
Right.
And now this year, not.
Mm-hmm.
And while our roster has improved, right? Like at the beginning of the season last year, we didn't have Fultz. We didn't have Bol. We didn't have Paulo Banchero. We have those things now, plus a year under the belts of guys like Franz, Suggs. Mm-hmm. And yet, what is this? Yeah. What's going on? No one expected us to be in the playoffs, right? We thought outside contender at a play-in spot, maybe at best.
That was we were hoping for it, but it was a loose expectation.
But I expected more of what I saw in the early part of the season, where we're in games and I'm enjoying watching this progression of a team.
Yep.
And it's just gone the other way
completely.
And
something's got to change. And Coach Mosley, last game I heard him yelling at the sideline. He needs to keep doing that. He needs to be leading by example right now. He's got to try some off-the-wall shit, man. He's got to try something to shake up this team, try some type of tactic to just shake.
Well,
I feel like we're sleepwalking right now, and there needs to be something to really get the guys animated and going.
Yeah, the guys seem like they all get along really well, and we all like that. They seem like they have a good time together and that they're a pretty good unit. But I think you need that guy, and I've mentioned him several times before on this show, including actually acting like him, Mr. Pat Bev. You need one of those guys that's going to get into be a bee in somebody's shorts.
Right.
Get him moving. Get somebody who's been there before. Because, if we're not going to develop and improve the players we have on our team, then the only other way you can compete is to bring in other players that were good. We did that with Tracy McGrady. We did that with Grant Hill. We started to realize, okay, if we can't build, we're going to have to go steal guys from other players. That's fine. That's a way too. But we seem to have abandoned that whole concept. So guess what? It's not going to work. If you're not going to develop players and improve them, or get in the bonnet and get the most out of what you've got on your roster, or go get guys who are going to, this is going to just continue. And eventually I'll be done with this. You can laugh all you want, but I will not do this.
It will be a solo. Season. It will be Court Cousin. It won't be Court Cousins next season.
I will not continue to watch games if it continues into a third season.
I've been enjoying this. So Jamal, team, please pick it up. Pich, it seems as though your relax sign has gone out the window right now.
I mean, I like I said, I'm not expecting us to go barn burner and win a bunch of games, but I need to see some guys fucking trying out there.
Yeah.
I need to see more heart.
Yes.
And I don't see any of it. Because as you know, one of our greatest teams, the Heart and Hustle team, albeit, you know what? They fell short. Yeah. God damn it. They tried, and that was big, and that's why they're one of the most popular teams in franchise history for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
This team has shown me very, very little of that in this last stretch of games in particular.
And yes, because we saw some of that early on. We've gone the wrong direction, and it doesn't feel good moving forward.
It almost has to only go up because it's so bad right now.
We can't go down. We're in the soil. Using your growth flower as we're back in the soil.
Well, if you really want to use one at some point we were out.
Yeah,
I thought we were out. There's not leaves coming off it or anything yet. But at least we're up out the dirt and we're coming now.
Yeah.
And now it's it's sogged back over.
Yeah.
And now it's you got to think about trimming it, like the one you got in the bathroom, the one of the leaf it's falling over. It's all dead. You got to trim off the end and hope it regrows. And that's what's happening right now. But somebody's got to take the pruning shears in there and cut that dead part off so we can start to grow again, because this is just not good.
Hopefully we do. Hopefully we've got a gardener in the clubhouse somewhere. How are you feeling, ladies and gentlemen, after another really tough loss? Let us know in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Bad. Well, I want to know specifically, what are you frustrated about? What's going on? Is it too early to hold Coach Mosley's feet to the fire? Is his seat getting a little hot? What's going on with that? How you feeling?
I don't want to light the guy's feet on fire.
No.
But I definitely have questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he has those same questions.
Yeah.
But
let's hear some answers.
Yeah. You know what? Let's not hear answers. I want to see answers.
And we will see you next time. Wednesday, we're doing a live stream. We'll be recording episode 34. Please subscribe on the March to 1,000. Do all that. We're not worthy, overlord algorithm. Thank you. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Thanks for coming.